Welcome back. Mumbai's big boss, verdict Maharashtra coming up today. Our special coverage is continuing as we bring you other news also from across the country. Let me return for a moment to Mumbai, where counting begins at 10 a.m. today to decide who will control the country's richest civic body. Let's tell you what our exit poll had said. Our exit poll out of the 227 wards in Mumbai had put the Sena at number 1 with 86 to 92, but short of the halfway mark, which is 113. The BJP was second, but closely behind, 80 to 88, which is a jump from 31 that they got last time. The Congress, which got 52 seats in 2012, would be down to 30 to 34, and the NCP 3 to 6, and others, which include parties like Oasis MIM, Raj Thackeray 5 to 7, they would constitute a very small number. SP also there, 2 to 4, others 5 to 7. This what the exit poll had said for Mumbai. And it wasn't just Mumbai that we'd done. We'd also told you what will happen in Pune, where we had given the clear advantage to the BJP. The BJP has never controlled fully on its own. The Pune municipality never had its own mayor. But our poll suggested that the BJP could now be the number one party, pushing the Congress and the NCP, which has traditionally dominated Pune, into the second place. Shiv Sena and the MNS being secondary players. The MNS once had great hopes of Pune politics. Also, we had told you what could happen in Nagpur. Now, this is a BJP bastion. Nitin Gadkari and Devendra Fadnavis come from here, and we expect them to do well. Dominate Nagpur with over 98 to 110 seats. The Congress trailing there, and the Congress really struggling in urban Maharashtra, it appears, if these exit poll numbers are right. We also gave you a glimpse of what could happen in Thane. Now, this near Mumbai is a bastion of the Shiv Sena, and we expect the Shiv Sena to be party number 1, but possibly short of the halfway mark here again, possibly requiring the support of its friend turned foe, the BJP. The Congress declining here, but the NCP doing much better in Thane at the moment. Nikhil Wagle, you're still with us. Give us a sense, Nikhil. The exit poll is suggesting Shiv Sena will be number 1 in Mumbai, BJP number 2. What's your own gut feeling? I know you are not a pollster or cephalogist, but is your gut feeling that the Shiv Sena will actually be much higher than BJP, or will it be a tight contest?
Rajdeep, it will be a tight contest. My hunch is that Shiv Sena will be number 1. But I think there will be difference of only 7 to 8 or at the most 10 seats. That is my hunch. I may be wrong. But Shiv Sena will be number 1, and that is because of the voting in Marathi areas, which are generally Shiv Sena strongholds. In BJP areas like Gujarati areas, North Indian areas, in western suburbs and in eastern suburbs, there is huge voting that will benefit BJP. But interestingly, BJP is not cutting into Shiv Sena votes. BJP is cutting into Congress and NCP votes. Congress was 52 in last election. They are coming down by almost 20 seats. NCP is also coming down by half. So all these seats are going to BJP, and Shiv Sena will benefit from MNS loss. That is the calculation here, but definitely Shiv Sena will be number 1 party in Mumbai. That is my assessment.
Okay, number 1 party likely to be Shiv Sena, but if that gap is just 5 to 10 seats, then the BJP could well claim this is a big day for the BJP if on its own it's able to come close to the Shiv Sena. Very interesting, and I'll put some graphics in a moment. The population demographics, and these are contested, but what we have officially is Marathi speaking of Mumbai is about 25%. North Indian is about 26%, and I'm talking about UP and Bihar here. 17% is Gujarati. Then you have Muslims who are 12%, Dalits 10%, others are the rest. It appears that by parting ways, Manish, that the Shiv Sena going on its own is concentrating on the Marathi Manus, its original traditional vote. The MNS is declining of Raj Thackeray, and the BJP is concentrating on the Hindi speaking and Gujarati voter. So it is suiting both these parties. They are occupying both number 1 and number 2 spot as per our exit poll. Where does this leave the Congress party, which once believed that it was the premier party of Maharashtra?
I think that's a very important point you have raised. But this structural change, as was Parshikal rightly points out, happened right in 2014 when Congress and the NCP were pushed to third and fourth positions. It's now actually a battle between top two slots between the BJP and Shiv Sena, and that is where I think you rightly said things stand.
You know, that's interesting. If they had fought together, Manisha, many would believe then there would be a conflict between the Marathi vote and the North Indian vote. But as it has now happened, by contesting separately, the BJP has got its share of the vote, and the Shiv Sena, as per our exit poll, is also getting the large chunk of the Marathi Manus vote. It suits both these parties.
So, in a sense, if you look at the party competition along with the voter base, you will find out that those at the bottom of the pyramid and the minorities will also somewhat tend to have a much smaller voice. Remember, their voice was brought up by the Congress, by the Samajwadi Party, and some amount of Bihari leadership that had been propped up. You will find now that the space for that type of third front or Congress-led leadership is being somewhat pushed out, and the Hindu identity on both sides, the Shiv Sena as well as the BJP-led voter base, is what will be consolidated. So in a sense, what you see is somewhat a diminishing. The Marathi Manush identity couldn't be fighting that larger identity. This is really a new type of political competition that you get to see. Both parties crowding out much of the other type of dissenting voices that you may have seen, and therefore, in a sense, to pluralism and diversity, one of the first severe challenges coming from political competition that is absolutely democratic and first-rate democratic. So one will need to see how this transforms the nature of political competition at the base.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the major change which we have seen this time the Shiv Sena is that, I mean, one of the major reasons why they did not tie up with the MNS was exactly to prevent, I mean, there's an element of political competition even with the BJP, though we are talking about Marathi Manus, that because MNS, adding MNS with them would have led to more polarization against the Shiv Sena. I think they deliberately and strategically decided to keep the Sena away. And if you see all the hoardings coming up in Mumbai, they were all in English, hashtags in English, Hindi, you have Urdu ads. I mean, it's a very dramatic change for the Shiv Sena, and which is also a very important facet in political science, that you now have a Sons of the Soil movement becoming more and more inclusive, talking about reaching out to Gujaratis, North Indians, South Indians as well, which is completely opposite.
It's interesting, the evolution of the Shiv Sena. The evolution of the Shiv Sena competing with the BJP, but there is also a belief, Nikhil, that even if this verdict holds and no party crosses the halfway mark, the BJP and Shiv Sena will tie up with each other after the elections. Do you believe that that is inevitable despite all the name calling between Devendra Fadnavis and Uddhav Thackeray? Eventually they will have no choice but to tie up with each other?
Rajdeep, you are right. Definitely they have no choice. If Shiv Sena gets 85 to 90 seats as per your exit poll and BJP is 5-6 seats less than them, then they will have to come together. But if Shiv Sena reaches 100 seats, then there will be different kind of alliance. Shiv Sena will talk to smaller parties and they can form their local self-government. But I think today it is a repeat of Kalyan Dombivli Municipal Corporation election, where Shiv Sena was number 1, BJP was number 2, and after the election same thing happened. They abuse each other, attack and counter-attack, but after the results they came together. I think that history will repeat in Mumbai today.
History will repeat itself. The Shiv Sena and BJP, you fight before the election, you make peace after the election. Very strange relationship at the moment.